Earthlings! So this month is my year anniversary for making regular vlogs on this channel. I think I posted my first one on March 18th last year, and sadly, I peaked really early with these for popularity because the second one that I ever filmed was the most popular video on my whole channel, and still is the most popular video on my whole channel. And nothing else has as many views as hot UPS drivers, racism, and tofu. And I'd like to think that it's my very poignant talk on racism that made that video so popular, but it's not. It's the hot UPS drivers. So in honor of that video, which was probably published on March 25th last year, I think, because I was doing Sundays back then. I'm not sure for sure. I didn't check. But yeah, we're going to talk about the hot UPS driver today, just briefly, just to reckon back, not because I think it's going to get more views on this video, but because I have since run into him and it was awkward. I don't think he remembered me yelling at him though. I can't remember which one I was working at the mall, but I ran into him at the mall and also outside of my usual salon. And every time I see him, I think about that video and I want to say, hey, thanks for getting me over 200 views on YouTube. It's a lot for my channel. It's the most any video on my channel has. Anyway, yeah, that's always weird. So today, we're not going to talk about racism. We're not going to talk about anything important. We are going to talk about that weird phenomenon that occurs where there's like a golden age, like a person's age, for being able to hear and understand what's being said in songs. Yeah, you have a peak time for ears for lyrics, and if you are too young or too old, forget about it. You will make the most embarrassing mistakes and or not be able to understand anything. Case in point, I'm sure we all have stories of when we were younger and we heard a song. Like, I'm not saying when I was 6, I'm saying when I was 12 and I heard a song and I thought that they were saying something they absolutely were not saying, and now I listen to the songs and I just cringe because I'm like, this is so easy to understand. How did I think they said blah 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 such and such a thing? I was listening to this song while I was shoveling the other day. I think it was Drive By Train. I've listened to a lot of Train lately. Drive By is pretty basic because it's always on the radio, but I just keep slipping off the steering wheel. Help me. Yeah, but there's a point where he's just like, we'll get down to the more than friends at last or something like that, and that makes so much sense to me now when I hear it. It's like, yeah, I know exactly what he's saying. But I used to think that he was saying something like, we'll get down more to all those friends that laughed or something. And it doesn't sound like that. It just, when I was 12, I just legitimately thought that's what he was saying. And like, older people too, they'll hear it and they'll be like, we can't understand anything in your young people music. Like my mom. It doesn't even have to be like a rap or something, anything. I'll play in the car and she'll be like, I don't understand anything they're saying. And I'm like, it's pretty easy to hear. I can't remember. There was one recently, I can't remember what it was. Oh, and actually, well, this might be a rap. The other day she says to me, or I say the other day, this was weeks ago. She says, I saw a Toby Mac video on TV the other night and I couldn't understand anything he was saying. And I'm thinking, I wasn't there. I didn't see which video it was, but I mean, I'm going to bet you my bag of Harvest Snap Peas that I love Harvest Snap Peas. Shout out to my sister for being the vegan who tries all the snacks and introducing me to Harvest Snap Peas. And what was the other snack? I don't remember, but shout out to her. If she watches this, which she doesn't usually watch my videos. It's a point of contention. Anyway, her friend watches my videos and she doesn't. It hurts. Shout out to everybody who watches my videos. Basically, if you're watching this, shout out to you. I'm getting unstable. What was my point? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll bet my whole bag of Snap Peas that if it was on television, it was either Love Broke Through or Speak Life, which both are not even really raps and... Oh, I have so much. Gross. Are totally coherent and understandable. It's not like it was super, super, like, off the Momentum album or something where it's really garbled. No. It was just basically a normal song. And she's like, I can't understand anything Toby Mac sings. Like, there's just an age, you guys. Like, somewhere between, like, being, like, a mid-teenager, teenager, to, like, somewhere in your 30s or 40s, probably. And then you just start losing it. And new songs come out, and you can't understand a thing they're saying. And it's sad. It's how the humans... We're always growing up or we're dying. enjoy. If you are my age or a little older, younger, right around where you can understand the lyrics of songs easily, enjoy it, because one day you'll be my mom and you won't be able to understand anything they're saying in Speak Life, and it'll be really embarrassing. So yeah, and also, before I sign off, speaking of ears, they're not just good for hearing lyrics, they're good for piercing, but I'm really regretting getting this piercing. I woke up this morning to like 4 drops of blood on my pillow because I was laying on it and it was just bleeding. I don't know why. It's so much more problematic further back in the ear, but it is. So, yeah. Warnings to you guys about ever piercing further back on your earlobe. It's a bad idea. I'm not getting rid of it because I like the way it looks, but, you know, it's regrettable. You're gonna ruin your beautiful purple pillowcase with blood. So, yeah. See ya.